What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. So Apple recently made the iOS 14 beta available to the general public, and normally, even though you're advised not to do so, I went ahead and installed it on the iPhone that I use every single day. And there are definitely some awesome improvements that I want to share with you in this video. But before we get into it, just know that certain apps and features that you may rely on don't necessarily work in a beta environment. So if you can help it, try not to install beta software on an iOS device that you rely on daily. And major bug alert. If you're like me and you like to play Pokemon Go on almost a daily basis still, just know that that game will crash as soon as you try to launch it on iOS 14. So if you really like to play Pokemon Go, you may want to hold off on installing the beta, at least for right now. Let's start with the change that you're probably going to notice first, and that's the completely revamped home screen. So on the far left-hand page, you have the redesigned Today view with completely redesigned widgets. Now keep in mind that you can edit the Today view to show the widgets that you feel are the most useful to yourself. And on the far right-hand page, you find the new app library, which by default groups your applications based on their category. Now you can do a spotlight search in the app library by swiping down, and that'll bring up a full alphabetical list of every application you have installed on your iPhone. Now the cool part about the app library is if you're someone who prefers a super clean home screen experience, you can remove applications from your home screen now while still keeping them installed on your iPhone. Now if you're someone who prefers to have a lot of information on every screen, you can now add widgets to any home screen. To add a widget, all you have to do is edit a home screen and push the plus icon that's found on the top left-hand corner of your screen, find a widget that you prefer, and add it to any part of a home screen. iOS will automatically rearrange the applications around that specific widget. Now for me personally, I'm definitely super excited to see widgets finally make it onto iOS, but I don't see myself getting a lot of use out of them. I've had an Android phone for as long as I can remember, and Android has had widgets for as long as I can remember, and even then, I never really got much use out of widgets. And if you were to take a look at my current Android daily driver, the OnePlus 8 Pro, I don't have pages and pages full of widgets. I have one home screen, it's super minimal, and it works for me. Now another cool improvement is redesigned pop-up notifications. And you'll definitely notice this in applications that used to take up your entire screen whenever you would interact with them, like Siri, phone, or FaceTime. Now whenever you interact with Siri, you'll see a small Siri icon on the bottom of your display. You'll ask your question, and Siri's answer will pop up at the top. And everything underneath Siri's UI is still visible. Now, one thing to note is that when you're talking to Siri, what you are actually saying is not coming up on screen. So let's all just hope that Apple has improved Siri's dictation capabilities. What's my name?
You're Arian, but you asked me to call you
And of course, if you receive a phone call or a FaceTime call, instead of those notifications taking up your whole screen, you'll see a small pop-up at the top of your display with the option to either accept the call or ignore the call built right into that notification. Now, I shouldn't be as excited as I am for this feature, but it's taken way too long for something like this to finally make it to iOS. So all I have to say about this one is, Apple, it's about time. Imessage has also been reorganized. You can now pin your favorite conversations to the top of iMessage so you don't lose track of the people that you talk to the most. You can now directly respond to a specific message in a conversation, which starts this like inline thread of replies, which is also pretty cool. And you can finally search for emojis. So theoretically speaking, you should be a lot more productive when you're texting people now. So we've talked about the revamped home screen, the redesigned pop-up notifications, and the reorganized iMessage. But there are still a couple of dope features that I want to share. And those are the super dope features. Picture-in-Picture has finally made its way to iOS 14, which will allow you to play a video while simultaneously shuffling through your home screens. Now, we did confirm that this feature is working on both FaceTime and the Twitch application, but iOS 14 is still really new software. So we're assuming with time, more and more applications are going to implement that feature. And accessibility got a new feature built into it as well, where you can now double tap or triple tap the back of your phone in order to launch a specific application or perform a specific command. And in case you're wondering how I'm utilizing that feature, I can now double tap the back of my phone to launch the Google Assistant. So these are two small additions, but they make the experience on iOS 14 that much better. But that's about it. That's a quick overview of what you can expect to see new in iOS 14 if you choose to install it on one of your devices. Let me know in the comment section down below, are you excited for the new features coming to iOS 14 this fall? Or if you would like to see us run betas on any of our other devices, like let's say macOS Big Sur, watchOS 7, or even iPadOS, let us know in the comments and we'll definitely work on getting a video made for you. Outside of that, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. What's my name?
You're Arian, but since we're friends, I get to call you
I'm sorry.